Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We are continuing in our series of the period of time from the 17th of Tammuz to Tisha B'Av. And what I'm going to talk about now, we talked about the 3 weeks. Now what we're going to talk about is the 9 days, beginning with Rosh Chodesh Av until Tisha B'Av. This is a time where the Talmud says that we are to reduce our joy. And here are the things that we do or don't do during those 9 days, the home stretch, as it were, leading up to Tisha B'Av. We avoid purchasing any items that bring us great joy or pleasure. We don't do any home improvements. We don't plant flowers. We don't plant trees. Here's an interesting one. We avoid litigation with non-Jews. No lawsuits against non-Jews started. Fortune is inauspicious at this time. Your luck isn't so good, so don't take the risk. Many abstain from the consumption of meat, even poultry, and wine during this period. Meat and wine were consumed during services at the Beis Mikdash and the temple, and these foods are symbolic of temple service. And meat is generally associated with celebration and joy. On Shabbos, however, meat and wine are permitted, and any other Sudas mitzvah. If there's a bris or something like that, an engagement announcement, the completion of a tractate of Talmud, you're allowed to have a meat meal and some wine. Also, Havdalah. Traditionally, Havdalah is done with a glass of wine, a glass of grape juice. It could actually be done with a glass of beer if you wanted to. I've seen Havdalah done with a cup of coffee. If it's done with wine or beer, then it should be given to a child, a young person, to drink rather than the adult. If it's a situation like this, you might want to use the grape juice instead of giving the child wine. That's up to you. People refrain from wearing newly laundered garments. In other words, if you do laundry and you got fresh clothing, a lot of people avoid that. Or laundering any clothes. A lot of people just don't do laundry at all during the 9 days. As always, fresh clothes can be worn on Shabbos. Children get dirty and their clothes are a mess. Clothing for children, of course, can be laundered during the 9 days. Clothes may not be laundered even if done in preparation for after Tisha B'Av. Oh my goodness, the lights went out. That's it for the 9 days. Until next time, the next video in a couple of weeks will be a video or two on Tisha B'Av. Until then, please come back, please watch, please learn, and I hope you're finding this informative and educational. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.